gentlemen, glad to see you. Let me introduce this company. Mr. Fortescue, the master of the house. He bought this hall 2 months ago and invited his neighbors to the dinner party. His guests are Colonel Cunningham and his wife, Dr. Mortimer, Mrs. Hunter, the widow of Lord Stanley Forrest Hunter.
The dinner was delicious, Mr. Fortescue. Thank you.
You could get a real good salary. The dinner was marvelous.
The talk proceeded about weather, theatrical first night, London society, until somebody asked,
Gentlemen, you have heard about the accident in Yorkshire?
Yes, this is terrible.
Poor Mr. Black, to lose the only son.
I have heard, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, that case out.
Oh, Mr. Holmes is the greatest detective. Would you like to listen to one story connected with Baskerville Hall?
Is that Sir Charles Baskerville a candidate to the Parliament?
Yes, he is. So, ladies and gentlemen, it happened a year ago.
Can you hear steps upstairs, dear Watson? I think this is the owner of this walking stick.
Oh, my stick! I think I lost it.
Sit down, please.
Thank you.
What brings you here?
A very serious and very strange problem arose before me, and I need your help, Mr. Holmes.
I'm all attention, sir.
I have one manuscript. This is the family relic, and it was given into my charge by Sir Charles Baskerville, whose sudden and tragic death troubled the whole Middle Devonshire 3 months ago. I was not only doctor of Sir Charles, but I was his friend, and his attitude to this document was rather serious.
Watson, look.
These are evidently some notes.
Yes, some notes about the legend living in the Baskerville town.
But as far as I've got you to come, consult with me on a question close our time.
Yes, very close. So, the matter is urgent. With your permission, I'll read it. There is a lot of evidence about the Baskerville's hound, but being direct descendant of Hugo Baskerville, I've decided to write down this story. So, I adjure you, my children, beware, don't go to the marsh during night time, when evil rules completely. Write down by Hugo Baskerville for his sons Robert and John.
So what?
Is it interesting for you?
Interesting for those who like tales.
All right, Mr. Holmes. Then I meet you more present material. This is the Devonshire Chronicles, June 14. It published about tragic death Sir Charles Baskerville. Sir Charles Baskerville, a sudden death of Sir Charles Baskerville, a possible candidate to the Parliament, troubled the whole Middle Devonshire. The Sir Charles returned from England, from South America with a considerable capital 2 years ago. He went into charity. In the evening, Sir Charles, as usual, went for a walk in a Baskerville hound. He didn't return home anymore. His dead body was found at the end of the lane. This is all information about death, Sir Charles, Mr. Holmes.
That's all?
Yes.
Okay, tell me the details which have not been published.
So, Baskerville Hall has a gloomy reputation, and I decided to hush up. But with you, I can speak straight. When the body of Sir Charles was found, the servant, a steward sent a servant for me. In an hour, I was in a Baskerville Hall. I walked through all the lane, examined the place near the gate where the body of Sir Charles lay prone. The steward was mistaken, speaking that there were no footsteps. He didn't notice them, and I did it. At some distance there were fresh, clear footsteps.
Male or female?
Mr. Holmes, they were the footsteps of the big, huge dogs.
Terrific.
Terrible. What a monster that Stapleton. If it wasn't Mr. Holmes.
Yes, Mr. Holmes is a great detective.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Mr. Sherlock Holmes demonstrates his brilliant abilities in it. This is another story, not less terrible, not less enigmatic and terrible. This story got the name The Speckled Band.
I'm sorry to wake you up, Watson, but as a matter of fact that Mrs. Hudson had been woken up, she woke me and me you.
And what's up? Fire?
No, a client, a girl, very anxious, wants to see me by all means. And if a young lady travels in such early hour, I think the reason is very serious. I thought it would be interesting for you to listen to her story.
It's a real pleasure for me.
Good morning, madam. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and helper, Dr. Watson. I can see you are shivering. Draw up to the fire and have a cup of hot coffee.
Not all makes me shiver, Mr. Holmes.
And what then?
Fear, Mr. Holmes. Horror.
You mustn't fear. I'm sure we can help you. You've come by morning train.
Do you know me?
No, but I see the return ticket in your palm. You started early and then had a drive along heavy roads in a dog cart. There is no mystery, my dear madam. The left arm of your jacket is spoiled with a fresh mud, and these marks one can get only in a dog cart.
You're perfectly right. I start from home before 6, reach the station, and the early morning train I arrive in London. So, I can this no long. Oh, so, Mr. Holmes, help me please. I cannot pay now, but 2 months ago I have money, and I can be thankful.
I'm all attention, miss.
My name is Helen Stone. I live with my stepfather, Dr. Royal Lott. When my mother married Dr. Royal Lott, I and my sister Julia was born 2 years old. And my sister, 2 years old. 8 years ago, my mother was killed. And we living in the storm. My stepfather is very angry, and people don't like it. I and my sister was do the work about the house. My sister, my only sister, was gone. She had 30 and her hair was grey.
So, your sister is dead?
Yes, my sister, my only sister was dead. I won't speak about your death.
I ask you to tell us all the details.
2 years ago, my sister spent Christmas with your uncle in Harrow. She met a man who became her fiancé. And a week ago, my sister was dead. I speak here of details. It's easy for me, because I not forget this night. It's night when my sister come to me and we speak about your waiting. How happy you're, Julia. You leave this house and we
Don't feel tired. I'll do my best. I think you'll be able to live with me. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. I'll go. I say, Helen, have you heard any whistle in the dead of the night?
No.
Are you sure that you couldn't whistle when you sleep?
No, but why?
During last night, I have heard a whistle, a low whistle, and I can't understand where it came from, and I wanted to ask you about. Have you heard?
No, I haven't.
Well, it doesn't matter. Goodbye. Ah! My God, Helen! The sparkling band! Journal! Journal!
Was your sister dressed?
No, she was in her night dress.
And what do you think of her words, the speckled thing?
No idea.
It's all very strange. Well, go on, please.
2 months ago, a man asked me to marry him. I spent in my stepfather, he didn't mind. And my room went repaired. I was sleeping in my sister's room. Can you imagine my horror when at night lies in bed? I heard whistle, the same whistle in my sister's heard. I got up, dressed. In the early morning train, I arrived at London. See?
You have done wisely, Miss Stoner. We must come and see everything on the spot. Can we?
Yes, certainly. But the stepfather was deceiving.
Watson, don't you mind to the trip?
Surely.
Wonderful. Expect us in the afternoon. Would you like to have breakfast?
No, goodbye, gentlemen.
Goodbye, madam. Well, Watson, what do you think of it?
No idea. But in my mind, it's a very deep and dirty case.
Yes, rather deep and rather dirty. And I want to examine all the details of this play. What's that?
Which of you is Sherlock Holmes?
It's me, sir. And who are you?
I am Dr. Grisby Roylott from Stone.
Sit down, please.
I don't want to sit down. My stepdaughter has been here. I trust her. What did she tell you?
A cold spring we had. But I've heard the crocuses will blossom fine.
You want to get me off? You are William Holmes, a busybody, a bushful person, a sleuth.
You are a very pleasant company. Close the door behind you, leave in the room, for it's decided draft.
I will go out when I tell you everything. Mind your own business.
What a pleasant gentleman. Well, Watson, let's have breakfast.
Very pleasant
And then I'll go on a case to the city.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this performance with Mr. Sherlock Holmes. See you.